What's up, everybody? So, the Lords of the Fallen just dropped another trailer. This time, it's a gameplay overview trailer, and there's a mechanic that they finally explained in more details that will make this game so unique and will truly set it apart from other Souls-likes. So today I wanted to talk about this mechanic, but just to make sure we're on the same page, I will play the trailer in its entirety and then we will talk about it. But before we get into that, make sure to subscribe to the channel to turn on all notifications, that way you never miss another video. With that out of the way, let's get right into it.
On behalf of Hexworks, welcome to the Lords of the Fallen gameplay showcase. Today, we're taking a closer look at our all-new dark fantasy action RPG, arriving this October on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. Spiritual successor to the original 2014 release, it acts as a full reboot for the franchise, taking place in a vast, interconnected world over 1,000 years later. Featuring colossal boss battles, fast, challenging combat, and deep, immersive storytelling, players will journey across two parallel realms in this expansive RPG experience. The world of the living, Axiom, and the world of the dead, Umbral, with each featuring its own unique pathways, characters, enemies, and, of course, treasures. And while Axiom presents its own challenges, untold horrors await in its nightmarish counterpart. Thanks to the Umbral Lamp, players can enter this lightless world at any time in one of two ways. When slain by the foes of Axiom, at which point you'll resurrect in the same location, albeit in Umbral, or by performing the Umbral Rift and willingly sacrificing one of your two lives. But the lamp holds yet more power, granting the ability to flay the soul from an enemy for some high damage attacks, and even manipulate the very environment of the Umbral world. However, the longer you spend in this wraith-ridden plane, the greater number of spectral terrors that will hunt you down. But as harrowing as the Hellions of Umbral are, they pale in comparison to the game's brutal boss battles. Towering above the ever-burning city of Calrath, this gargantuan monstrosity doesn't take kindly to would-be adventurers, the demonic presence within ready to devour any and all within sight. A merciless torturer prepared to carry out any atrocity in the name of his faith. Tancred, Master of Castigations, is the devout chaplain of the Hallowed Sentinels. Though beneath the pious veil, his very own flesh conceals a truth most foul. When Harrower Dervla ventured into the deepest depths of this world to thwart the undead rising, what she discovered was so utterly horrific that she renounced her former life in commitment to a far darker oath. Pre-order Lords of the Fallen now and prepare to unleash the darkness on Friday the 13th of October.
So first of all, the trailer is absolute fire. It looks awesome. The bosses are great, especially this one. It looks absolutely crazy. But that's not even the biggest wow moment of this game, in my opinion. The parallel universe has so much potential. If it's applied properly, I think it's going to really set this game apart. So from my understanding, this is kind of like Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, where you have two lives, but this time it's even more intricate, because if you die in the world of the living, it's not over. You respawn in the world of the dead and you still have all your souls. Now, a player could sacrifice their Axiom life to voluntarily go into the Umbrum world, maybe to go get certain bosses or certain challenges, but that world is definitely much harder. And it also seems that when you are in Axiom, you are able to use your lamp to kind of see what's in Umbrum, but not really go into it fully. So maybe you can scout the dangers ahead in case you die in the area, and then you're resurrected in Umbrum, and then you're forced to be in that area. So I think if they implement this properly, the game runs smoothly, and it is everything they promised, this could definitely be a Game of the Year contender. Usually From Software are the trendsetters and everybody just follows. All the Souls-like, they try to imitate From Software and they succeed to various degrees. But this is something so unique that this could also be a trendsetter. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've seen that mechanic before in the game The Medium, where there was two parallel universes, but that wasn't an action game. In an action game, this could be completely insane. So at the moment, my hype levels are through the roof after seeing that trailer, because when they first showed the mechanic, I wasn't sure if it was going to be a gimmick or if it was going to be a core part of the game. But after they explained it in this trailer, this is clear that this is a huge part of the game and it's a huge asset to the game. It must have taken so much time to develop this to basically make two games and to have them be layered one on top of each other. So if the devs are able to pull this off and actually deliver a polished game with this unique mechanic and the combat is good, I think they could really make a name for themselves in this genre. Another interesting fact is that this is this company's first game. Let's see what they had to say about this. Hexworks is a new gaming studio founded in early 2020 consisting of two studios based in Barcelona and Bucharest. The collective studios are an experienced team consisting of senior multicultural developers ranging from Catalan, Spanish, British, French, and Romanian to German, Ukrainian, Danish, and American. In addition to embracing more of an indie approach to development as opposed to larger studios, we are passionate about leaving our mark in the fantasy action RPG genre. The first game that we are proudly developing is The Lord of the Fallen, the successor fans of the original title have always wanted. The game is significantly larger, with a vast interconnected dual world split between the realms of the living and the dead that players can explore alone or with friends. It's darker and more challenging with faster Souls-like combat, stronger thematic, richer narrative, deeper RPG systems, and more immersive storytelling. This combat will be paired with amazing visuals and gameplay supported by the power and performance of the latest Unreal Engine as we target next generation console platforms and high-end PCs. So what's actually interesting here that it doesn't seem they have talked about so far is the multiplayer aspect. They just said here that you can explore it alone or with friends. So let's see how that plays out, because to my knowledge, they haven't talked about the multiplayer aspects at all. One final thing to mention is that I'm glad that they are using Unreal Engine 5, leaving the old gens behind, because this game looks fantastic. It's about time that we fully move into this current generation of PS5s and Xbox Series X and finally get some games that prioritize graphics and put a lot of effort into delivering high-end quality graphics and just ditch the old generation. Elden Ring looked fantastic with the engine it was using, but I truly hope that From Software's next game will be in Unreal Engine 5, because as you can see with this gameplay footage, if this is how it actually looks at launch, we are looking at really nice graphics. Anyways, that's it for the video. I don't want to get myself or you guys overhyped, but in my opinion, if it pulls off what it showed today, there's a strong chance that it could become the best Souls-like ever made. And of course, I'm referring to Souls-like other than From Software games, because they are the GOAT and they cannot be defeated. But anyways, this looks very promising. Let me know what you think about this gameplay trailer in the comments section. Give me your thoughts on the parallel universe mechanic. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the videos, and I'll see you guys on the next one.